Coming up.
Eli is the most energetic, loving, playful kid you'll ever meet.
He's such a good kid. He looked like a normal kid and did all the normal things a kid would do in the very beginning. But as time progressed, we realized he's not hitting his milestones. To think we might lose him. I can't picture him being a prisoner in his own body.
That's coming up. Watching a loved one's health deteriorate and having no idea why is devastating. And when it's a child, it can be even more heartbreaking. Have a look.
I'm the mother of two amazing, wonderful little boys. Aaron is 7 and Eli is 5 years old. Eli is the most energetic, loving, playful kid you'll ever meet.
He makes me proud because he's such a good kid. He's just so warm and loving. To think we might lose him. I can't picture him being a prisoner in his own body. He looked like a normal kid and did all the normal things a kid would do in the very beginning. But as time progressed, we realized he's not hitting his milestones. He's not walking at the time kids are supposed to, or talking at the time kids are supposed to.
When he was 19 months old, my husband and I went on the hunt. And we went to 2 different developmental pediatricians. We went to neurologists, and all they could ever tell us was that he just has global developmental delays. We went to the geneticist. They tested Eli, and he told us that he has a de novo heterozygous truncation on the IRF2BPL gene.
This is such a rare genetic disease that it doesn't have a name yet. They just gave the name of the actual gene, IRF2BPL.
The Monday after Thanksgiving, we got another call. The genetic counselor called us and said, can you and your husband come in tomorrow?
We went to the doctor's office. He just started telling us they found another child with a similar issue of that same gene.
And he said that Eli is going to become immobile.
He's not going to be able to walk. He won't be able to talk, essentially becoming a prisoner in his own body. Unfortunately, the geneticist said we don't have any research on this, and it was at that point we realized we need to take the matter into our own hands, and that's to raise money, start a foundation, find a research team, and get this into full gear, because time was of the essence, because research takes time, and time we don't have, because all the other kids before the age of 10 have become debilitated by this, and Eli's 5.5. We started a foundation, and we got a lot of funding for the first year. We only have about a year's worth of funding left, and without funding, the research teams can't continue, and without the research teams continue, we won't be able to save our son.
Ben and Sanam are joining us today, along with Eli's doctor, pediatric neurologist, Dr. Jane Taviev-Asher. And thank you for being here and sharing the story of your son. I want to ask you first and foremost, how is Eli doing today?
Eli is doing phenomenal today. We were really lucky. We got him diagnosed early. We did early intervention. All day, every day was different therapies between physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, feeding therapy, and he is just a completely different boy now. He's playing soccer, he's running around, he's expressing himself. It's really amazing.
Dr. Jane, Eli's condition is so rare. Can you explain what this genetic abnormality, what kind of symptoms it causes?
Yes, so as you know, it's called IRF2BPL. The children who have it usually come in with low muscle tone and delays in acquiring their typical milestones. So they're not walking and talking at the same time that the other kids are. Some of them start to develop seizures, and pretty much all of the cases that have been described so far, there aren't that many in the world right now, maybe under 20, but all of them have started to lose some of the milestones by about age 7, meaning that they start to lose some of their abilities to walk and talk around that age. So that's what makes it a neurodegenerative condition. They start to lose some of their milestones.
And now that you know what he has, tell us some of the steps they can take. I know your foundation has also been working with research labs, a couple different labs around the country. So tell us about the next step.
Well, in terms of next steps, I think this is a rare disorder, so there aren't specific steps for this, but if we are doing more genetic testing on more children or more patients and we find different conditions, then we're able to describe what each condition looks like clinically. How does that child appear? How does that patient appear? What symptoms do they have? We're able to do other testing. For example, in this condition, the child might have seizures, and we know that from the other cases. So we know to look closely at Eli for seizures, and if we see anything that we suspect, we act quickly on it to determine if he's having seizures. So once more children are tested, we can describe more conditions, and then maybe gene therapy in the future. That's the overall goal of the field.
Obviously, a cure is the ultimate goal. I'm incredibly encouraged to hear you say that Eli is doing well. I want to ask you, Ben, you have the foundation you all created. Where are you at right now and I'll call it the journey of finding a cure?
Yeah. We're at a comfortable place right now because fortunately he's progressing in a positive way. His speech is improving, his ability to run around and jump around and play is improving. All the therapies are really kicking in. Where we're at, which is a difficult challenge for us right now, is the funding. So we set up the foundation and initially did really well with the funds and got the research going. But we only have about a year's worth of funding left, and without funding, the research stops. Because it's such a rare genetic disease, there's not much funding from the government. So we have to fund. And that's where we need the support of the community at large.
Well, and I know every little bit helps. We reached out to TrialCard. They're a technology-enabled pharmaceutical solutions company, and they're going to be giving the Stand By Eli Foundation $5,000.
Oh, wow.
And you know, I think maybe the most important part of this journey and seeing you two and the love that you have for your child, Eli, is to also remind everyone that behind, when we say genetic abnormality, there's a face, and that face today is Eli. And I want to ask you all, who wants to meet Eli? Because I'm certainly interested to. Eli, come on now. What do you think of being on TV?
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah, he would fit right in as a host.
He would.
Can clear a seat.
Excited? Yeah.
I'm so happy, Ben and Sanam, that you were able to come on the show and share your journey with Eli. And your parents are very proud of you, Eli. And I think everyone here today is proud of you, too. And Dr. Jane, thank you for the work that you're doing. And if you're watching right now and you want to help, we're going to have more information on the Stand By Eli Foundation at our website, thedoctorstv.com.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eli.
Go give him a high
You want to
five.
come up here on stage? Come up here. Okay, so I'm going to have you do something, all right?
Right.
Look at that camera and say, "We'll be right back."
We'll be right back.
Yeah! Good job!